I haven't coded in a year and a half, and the idea of writing a function scares me now, which feels very weird considering I have been coding for more than 20 years. I remember that I used to get super excited from crafting functions, pure joy. And that fire, it is strangely gone now. When you lose that joy of doing something deep down, you know you're worse at it. A study from Microsoft Research and Carnegie Mellon found the vast majority of workers reduce their cognitive effort when using AI. Higher trust in AI seems to correlate with less critical thinking. So, am I getting dumber? Or how do you know something's fundamentally changed in you? Because that question, am I getting dumber, is actually the wrong question. Think about the laws of thermodynamics. Nothing is created, nothing is lost, everything is transformed. AI is transforming you. Something is being lost, something is being gained. The real question isn't whether you're dumber or smarter, it's whether the trade is a net positive for you. And only you can answer that question. That's why self-awareness has never been more critical, and most people aren't even asking the right question. AI is splitting people into two groups right now, and most people don't realize which one they're in. There are sleepwalkers, not paying attention, coasting, not switched on to what's happening around them, and there are builders, driven, adapting, always trying to be the best version of themselves. For the sleepwalker, a hard landing is coming. If nobody prepares them, things are going to get very ugly very fast. But even the builders, the driven ones, are falling into traps they can't even see. And that's what this video is really about, because I used to spend most of my time building systems. Now I spend most of my time designing them. I'm a software engineer, I love coding, but I used to do both, design and implementation. Now, implementation is left to the AI. And here is the thing, I don't have fewer problems, I have different problems. Less mundane, more strategic, higher up the stack. The nature of what I work on changed completely. I don't have fewer problems, I have different problems. And that sounds great until this trade-off, losing one skill, gaining another, it's not new. The calculator made people worse at mental math. Nobody's burning calculator. Runner stops for a month, gets worse. I mean, duh. Sorry, duh. Duh is not gets worse. I mean, duh. Duh. I mean, duh. This duh thing doesn't work. I mean, duh. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop trying with this duh thing. It doesn't work. I'm too old for this. I mean, that's obvious. You lose what you stop practicing, obviously. That question isn't what you lose, is what you gain by freeing that time. Is the trade worth it? That's a deeply personal question. And there are no studies, no experts that can answer that for you. But here's what nobody tells you about that trade. AI is making me better and worse at the same time. I just told you builders are fine, but are they? Even the builders get dumber at specific things. I'm a worse coder now, for example. I lost the fire for it. MIT Media Lab calls it cognitive debt. The vast majority of AI users in their study couldn't even recall their own essays, significantly reducing neural connectivity. You are getting dumber, just not the way the headline says. And when I switched from a CPU mindset to a GPU mindset, this is the analogy I like to use to describe how I manage my daily task now. It cost me something I didn't expect. I used to be laser focused, one task at a time, deep attention to details. That's what made me good. But agentic programming changed everything. Now I process more cognitively simpler tasks in parallel. A Stanford study by Clifford Nass found chronic multitaskers are worse at filtering distractions, slower at switching tasks, more false memories. My sustained focus on details dropped. And the science says it's not just me, because AI gives you an army of virtual employees, and that's actually a problem. You can put the AI in a UI UX engineering hat, a business analyst hat, a data analyst hat. They report complex strategies back to you, and your job is to review those strategies, disagree, brainstorm exactly like you would with any human team. You can't just say, yeah, I trust you, do it. Critical decisions require you to be focused and to review, but that deep focus, that's exactly the thing you've been losing from all the multitasking. And here is the problem. If I can't do something with AI, I literally can't be bothered doing it. Recently, I needed to renew my business insurance. This required doing super boring stuff like reading PDFs, comparing the terms, etc., etc. I've always been lazy about it, but now, weeks of postponing. So I noticed that I've become more productive with AI, but lazier without it. And I also noticed that I've become more hyperactive and more agitated when dealing with boredom. A bit like a hyperactive kid, really. But here's a very interesting fact about boredom you may not know. A study found boredom actually activates your brain's default mode network. In short, that means boredom helps boost creativity. When I realized that, it made me conscious that I had to force myself to stop using AI for certain tasks. This helped me reframe what boredom and slower paced tasks are. They are not necessarily the evil manifestation of inefficiency, but instead a chance to exercise your brain. It's a fitness session for your cortex. It is an investment into your future ability to better use AI later to be even more productive with it. So now I deliberately practicing doing boring things without AI. Dealing with the inefficiencies part of my routine. Practicing boredom might be the smartest thing you can do. And here's another proof that there's no free lunch with AI. Your brain is paying a price you can't see. In 2011, Columbia University coined the term Google effect to describe when we remember where to find the information, not what the information actually is. There's also another study from McGill about how GPS usage affected the brain, proving that when we use GPS, the worse our spatial memory gets. It's your responsibility to notice the drift. Self-awareness isn't optional anymore. It is the most critical skill for you right now. This leads us to our next idea. If coding is your craft and you feel that AI is threatening it, your feelings are completely valid. Nobody has the right to judge you for feeling uncomfortable about this. And people may say, this is where the world is going. Yeah, maybe that's true. That doesn't make your unhappiness less real. It's your right to feel what you feel. Nobody takes that from you. So how do you deal with something that threatens what you love? I have two suggestions. In the 70s, 2/3 of Swiss watchmaker went bankrupt. But wait, because what happened next changed everything. When Japanese quartz watches arrived, they were cheaper, more accurate, which destroyed Swiss watches exports. Nearly everything was wiped out, but the survivors pivoted to luxury. They made the inefficiency of hand-assembled mechanical movement the entire selling point. A $10 quartz watch keeps better time than a $50,000 Patek Philippe, and that's precisely the point. Swiss watches just hit record exports. Craft didn't die, it became rare, and it's probably about to happen again. The most valuable people won't be all in on AI. They'll be the ones who do both. Keep coding manually on personal projects, maintain the joy, learn AI tools at the same time. They're new tools, not a replacement for you. Do both and you develop something nobody else has. Expertise on both sides. Me, I stopped coding. I trust AI blindly. I can't judge code quality anymore, but you can. If you do both, the AI slop debate needs your voice. Be the bridge, not the cheerleader, because the current debate about AI is making us dumber or smarter. It is asking the wrong question entirely. It depends entirely on your self-awareness. It was never about the technology, it's about you. What are you gaining? What are you losing? And if it is a net positive for your life. Nobody can answer that except yourself. Don't let anybody bully you into feeling redundant. Don't let anybody dismiss what brings joy to you. Fight for your craft. Engage constructively. Because in the end, it was never about the technology. Instead, you should ask yourself, what have you gained or lost since you started using AI? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if this resonates, subscribe. More real talk coming soon. Thanks.